Thank you, Ariane. So, first of all, hi everyone. This is my first time being here, even though that I'm a local. I really enjoyed the previous workshops, talks, and let's continue with OSINT. Let's do a short introduction on me first, since this is my first time being here. I'm Korab Keqekolla, certified ethical hacker from EC Council and Cisco. I'm an OSINT enthusiast and practitioner, obviously, and I'm a cybersecurity officer at NDBit. Previously worked in the banking sector, now switched up to a startup. What is open source intelligence? Open source intelligence, with a boring definition, is a practice of collecting and analyzing information that is publicly available. But what does that mean? Let's get a everyday use or everyday case. If we post a picture on our social media and we pick the privacy option public, a developer that is located in India takes that photo, downloads it, and uses it for an AI machine that he's doing on his own. That is OSINT. This is just a simple, let's say, case. Who uses OSINT the most? The biggest category is hackers. When I say hackers, I involve black hats and white hats, so I won't separate them. I've seen hackers get thousands and thousands of dollars of bug bounties by using OSINT, open source intelligence. How come? Companies sometimes are not aware what they are posting on their social media. For example, if I own X company and I'll post that our company now has some Cisco firewall implemented, I'll get a picture of the firewalls, post it on social media. A hacker can see that I use Cisco firewalls, go hunt for CVEs on a specific OS or specific device, and turn that information into a weapon. I talked about the company perspective. Let's talk about the personal perspective. Usually, I hope not anyone who is present here, but people in general tend to leave passwords something that describes them or it's personal about them. So if a hacker has free access or open access to our social media, he'll know anything about us. If we have any child, if we have any pet, if we drive any type of specific car, etc. He can get the details, put it on a word list, and continue further with an attack. So the biggest category are hackers. A lot of hackers, let's say, win a lot of money by just doing Google dorking. Google dorking or Google hacking is typing specific parameters on Google search, giving specific paths, specific file types, and Google will give you back the results, and with just a few clicks away, you got yourself a good bug bounty. The second category are law enforcement agencies and intelligence communities. The law enforcement in general, unfortunately not in Kosovo, in general, they use OSINT a lot. How? I've seen people get arrested from social media posts. Criminals are being stalked on social media with sock puppet accounts. So, people who tend to post or show off their criminal activities on social media, that's just an extra pair of eyes and ears for the police officers that are stalking thousands of criminals on social media platforms. As about intelligence communities, there are a lot of platforms that we cannot mention and are confidential that use our public data, and intelligence communities have access to it by just clicking and putting on a single name. The other category are journalists. Journalists love free data. They love everything that is available publicly out there for their profession. So journalists also use OSINT a lot. Businesses tend to get as much information on their comp so they could get ahead of them. And last but not least, everyone who has access to public data is an OSINT user. If you've seen someone in this conference, you were not sure who was that guy, with just a few clicks on social media, you could get to the person without even knowing him. So you did an OSINT act of intelligence. There's a dark side of OSINT and a bright side of OSINT. Why is that? The dark side of OSINT is, I did put a quote on this one to have a much better overview. Too much information exposed on the internet is like leaving your front door wide open in a crowded city. No one wants to do that. No one wants to leave our front door open in a crowded city. So you have to be extra careful what are you posting on social media or leaving your traces on the internet, because that simple information that does not really matter for you can be turned into a weapon by a hacker. The bright side of OSINT, as I said, police officers around the world are stalking criminals, are gaining evidence for criminal activities through OSINT. So embracing OSINT is like having countless eyes and ears for law enforcement. It's a powerful technique, and they do use it a lot. I'm about to present a few open source intelligence tools that I can share without even having to hide the names. You can all download by just typing the name of the tool. The first tool that I'm about to present is the WebCheck.as93.net. This platform, I know that there are a lot of penetration testers and security researchers here. We know that the most critical part of hacking is gathering information or reconnaissance. Sometimes getting a lot of information for a web or having the architecture of the web is kind of tricky and can consume a lot of time. For example, for the domain URLs, you have to visit a specific page. For the SSL certificate specific page, headers, security.txt, present, they are all specific web pages that you have to visit. This platform, with just a single click, can give you a good overview, a good mind map of the website that you are trying to ethically attack. As you can see, I took Besides Pristina as an example, and you can see a lot of useful information that can be turned into a weapon maybe later, or can be used when you're testing a website ethically. Sockman Tracer. Usually when police officers or private investigators have a single name, they do not know anything about the person, they go after the social media. Tracer is a platform. It's not a platform, it's actually a tool that is available for download on GitHub. It is free. Sockman, by the way, just to clarify, is social media intelligence. It refers to the intelligence publicly data available on the social media. With just a single string, you'll be able to automatically get a lot of information. Where is that user present on social media? I took an example as my first name. For example, I only said Korab. I want to know where that name is available, but a private investigator would actually trace down, hunt more information with a username. As you can see, this tool within a few seconds can check 175 sites, even more, and you'll be able to know where is that username available. Go there and hunt down for more information for your specific target. FaceCheck ID. The name says it all. FaceCheck ID. This platform is powered by AI, and it is pretty interesting. When I first saw that, even as a cybersecurity professional, I was kinda surprised, because the fiction movies that we saw when we were younger are turning into reality. Let's take a police example over this one. A spy that is not obviously from our country comes, and all we have is a single picture. How to find out who's that guy? This platform helps us. All you have to do is upload it, and you can see that there are checks on social media, sex offenders, mugshots, scammers, videos, news blogs. Everywhere when that picture of that person was, let's say, present, it gives you back the results for free. Even though this platform is turning onto a freemium, it gives you a couple of free shots, and after that you have to pay, but it's easy, just open a new account. I did not want to take anyone else as an example or a specific person. So the famous Hasbullah, I took his picture, uploaded it. As you can see, there are links and the other social media where that picture is present. You can see that you have numbers over there, 40, 60, 70. That is the ratio of the tool being, let's say, true, to avoid false positives. Test it. I invite you all to test this platform. Test your face. If your face comes up, if your social media posts come up, you have an option to request removal. So if you are present on here, don't be afraid, you'll be able to get yourself off. SpyTalks. SpyTalks, unfortunately, is not really popular and available in Europe, but the SpyTalks platform is able to find people by just giving out a single name, a phone number, or an email. It's for free. Of course, it has some premium options, premium data that is linked to their third-party vendors, but in general, it's for free. It works awesome on US citizens. In the European side, not as much as accurate. But sometimes when you receive a call from an unknown number located in US, your best friend is here to solve that mystery. I could not get a phone number to demonstrate, so you'll be able only to see this slide. TinyEye. The reverse image searching is very popular nowadays, and the TinyEye is one of my favorites. When the host of B-Sides posted a picture of the object that we are currently hosting this event, I was thinking, what if someone in the other side of the world who does not know what is B-Sides, who does not know where is Kosovo or where is Kosovo located, had access to that picture. And with the help of the TinyEye, all you had to do is to upload that picture, and if that picture is available somewhere else on the internet, you'll be able to find it. For example, you can see that there's an article from a local newspaper, and it gives you information where is it located and for what is used. By clicking on that first link, you'll be able to know that this is some kind of library, and you'll have good information. You can upload a lot of pictures of objects, etc., and TinyEye does not store your data of what you're searching. Dark web open source intelligence. I could not present publicly the dark web tools that are free to use, because these tools can be weaponized and can be turned into, let's say, something not good for the community. And I took the uni-pr.edu domain. Just to classify, I am aware and I am informed that some student already reported this issue, and the whole system is now requesting some kind of forcefully password change. So just to clarify, everything that you will be about to see is probably outdated. With the use of open source intelligence tools, all free, they are all free, and a little bit of magic, I was able to get accounts with this domain, have them clear text, even professors, students, etc., but this probably is outdated and solved by the university. Weaponizing information versus weaponizing information. When it comes to OSINT, it is pretty difficult to separate the good from the evil, because every single information that can be used for good on the other side can be used for bad. Weaponizing information. Hackers do weaponize information. If they access dark web, also they do have your password. Most of us have a problem with credential overlap, or let's say password reuse. The same password maybe will be on the other social media or the other account that we'll be able to find via the tracer tool, the social media intelligence tool. On the other hand, weaponizing information for good is a good thing. Why? Police can use that to catch a criminal for our safety. There are a lot of communities that use OSINT for good. For example, there is a community, Trace Labs. They gather, they make CTF parties and find missing people. They try to find missing people, and they're very, very good at their job. So this is, let's say, a topic that can go on and on, but at the end of the day is weaponizing information versus weaponizing information. At the end of the day, the police officer and the thief, they both have guns, but the one uses it for good, the other uses it for bad. Any questions?
Thanks, Korab. That was a very good presentation. I'm still not getting used to, like getting away from the mic from the speaker. Do we have any question? Yeah, Arvind, give me a second.
Thanks for the presentation, Korab. So my question is, because I was seeing a lot of online tools. Do you have any recommendation for operation security? Because, for example, if I want to find the face of Aryan or whatever, so if I upload his file, it's kind of personal data. So do you have any recommendation when we are doing OSINT, which is linked with operational security? So first, to not be identified and also to not leak data, because who knows, maybe that OSINT platform is owned by APT or hostile state.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. As I said, for the face check ID, it is controlled, and they do have some sort of compliance on specific frameworks, and they're not allowed to share that data. They are allowed to manipulate for their AI purposes. I know it is tricky because when we say AI purposes, we don't know where the data is going. But if you are able to find yourself or your friend on that platform, you'll be able to remove it. As per your question, if I want to find Aryan, sorry for taking you as an example, but if I want to find Aryan, I'll take the most simple example that we can. All we need is to have a picture of Aryan. That is publicly available data on Aryan's social media accounts, or maybe a picture of Aryan without his name or him being tagged, and open Google Images, upload. If Aryan was somewhere in the Google ranked, you'll be able to find Aryan. I hope I answered your question. If you want to discuss further, feel free. Also, not only you, but everyone who wants to get involved on OSINT projects, feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn.
Great, thank you. Do we have any other question? Thanks very much. That was a great presentation.